Grimlock. That's right. This is a good old Grimlock. It is Saturday, September 3rd. It's approximately 9:04 p.m. And first and foremost, I've been on this health kick. I've been on this freaking health kick, man. All year long, all year long. I've been on this health kick. And I want to talk about some things tonight. Well, just maybe about a couple things. But first and foremost, I want to um, talk to you guys about a video that I shared from a channel on Telegram. I had uploaded to this channel, and it was a footage of kids in a garden, which I think is pretty cool. Little kids in the garden eating tomatoes, cucumbers, bell peppers, all that good stuff. And someone and someone said eating a cucumber and a tomato at the same time is not healthy. Don't do it. Well, here's something wrong with that. It is healthy. Okay. Now, what I brought here, carrots, baby carrots, and cucumber. Okay. So, I'm going to open up. Okay. Got a baby carrot. No, a baby cucumber. No, a mini cucumber. Break it in half. Okay. And I'm going to open up a little packet of baby carrots. Great snack, by the way. All right. Okay, now I got me a half of a mini cucumber. I'm gonna pull out a couple of these couple baby carrots. Okay, look. I'm gonna eat a baby carrot. And cucumber. Another one. Pretty good. And finish off a half of a mini cucumber. Good. And you say it wasn't healthy to eat at the same time. Now, I've been on this. I would go about once a month. About once a month to Smart Final or Costco. And I will pick up these things here. Plus, either also with the baby carrots, a container of small little tomatoes, and grapes. I also will pick up a bowl of mixed melons, watermelons, cantaloupes, and the green melons. Pretty good. Not too bad. Well, the reason I'm doing this is I'm diabetic. Type 2 diabetic. Now, there's nothing wrong being a kid, right? Okay, being a kid, going to a garden and eating a tomato by yourself. Okay, tomatoes are actually pretty good, man. They're actually pretty good. Um, and I've always loved vegetables. I've always loved fruits. Grains and nuts, and it's part of life, man. Part of life. Okay. Now, I picked up a. Well, actually, my son gave me this. This is a Google Pixel 2. This is the one I got here, and it's pretty good size. Gorilla Glass, really good phone. Plastic around the metal framing, not too bad. Great thing to have here. I mean, there's a lot to offer here. It's like really. I never thought I would own a Pixel phone because if you go to say a AT&T or Verizon or T-Mobile or a Boost Mobile or um, uh, Metro Metro PC or Cricket, they have Google Pixel phones. Google Pixel phones, and so it fits in the hand properly, and it's almost like holding on to my BlackBerry Z10. But that phone is over a decade old. Came out in the 2010s, early 2010s, between '09 and 2011. And what was a good time back then for phones too. Um, Now, I've this thing's pretty cool. It's just um, I mean, there's nothing bad to say. I know some of you probably that's 4 years old, man. Why do you have that thing, dude? Well, if it's still good, and it has Android 11, not too bad, which is a good thing. Um, but I needed a new phone anyway. Because the phone I've been using, you guys know about it. I used a phone that my son gave me, which is a LG G8X 10Q. That thing began to give me problems, which I didn't even want. I didn't want it to ignore. I didn't want to acknowledge him, but here. Um, see here, it's a good phone, and I think I think there's always going to be that one phone that would fit that one person, and I think um, any phone for for that certain person would fit just perfect, but not every phone is for everybody. Not that not every particular phone is for everybody. Okay, that, that, But title of the video: President Biden's speech backfires. Oh, it did, man. It did. Backfired in a big, big way. Oh, it did. Backfired in a big, big way, man. A big, big way. Now, Joe Biden had to like swing back of what he said. Kind of like he had to fall back on what he said, because what he said what really caused a lot of uproar with people, and all that shit, all the red, the military around him, staying attention, the whole thing, and the whole thing blew up in his face. It also blew up in the face of the people, ones that are pulling strings like a marionette. It also blew up in the face of people that were typing in the teleprompters and shit, Oh yeah, big time. Big time, pig time, no bullshit. Now, Biden's speech, he was asked a question earlier today, and he had to really kind of he was kind of, you could tell he's kind of mad, but he knew he fucked up, and he had to really cover his own ass by saying, "I didn't mean it by all that." Sure you did, you stupid old fuck. People who typed on the teleprompter, you was talking about, you dumb bastard. Thanks to your handlers, you old fuck. If you look at every news, whether it's mainstream or the local news, yeah, people typing, or automatic typers that would just type up, and they'll be on the screen, well, somebody pulled a Bruce Almighty on Joe Biden. That's right, somebody pulled a Bruce Almighty on Joe Biden. Oh yeah. We all seen that footage where Jim Carrey and Steve Carell. We all saw that in that movie. Oh yeah, big time. But you got yourself. If that was me up there, would I go off script, or would I stick to the handlers? That's a good question there, guys. Should I go off script, or should I stick with what the handlers typed up for me? See, I've been thinking about that, because we all know that Biden ain't all there. He ain't all there, man. He's not all there at all. He's completely off his rocker, off his rocker. And and the whole country is like, dude, who in the hell would put this guy in who's this stupid? And the media has his approval ratings going up 10 points, which actually going down 10 points. And it's so many things that you would want to know of when can we have somebody that has some common sense here, man? Like, you got an old guy who's almost 80, and and the question is, how can we have some common sense in DC? Um, I mean, look, not everybody, okay, not everybody is for that. I mean, we need common sense, man. We need common sense because without any common sense, without any common sense, you know, you ask yourself, why is why is the Democrats the party of idiocracy? You know, but the GOP has a few rhinos and neocons that are going along with what the Democrats are going for. Like, for example, Liz Cheney. She's willing to work with the Democrats, but she lost. She lost. She lost her ass, man. She lost her ass in a primary, And the thing is, you want to ask the question of why do we have idiots that keep getting reelected? Well, you might want to ask the voters that question. Why in the hell? Why in the hell, right? Will these voters vote in somebody who's actually that fucking stupid? Now, I would say, what's wrong? What's wrong with these voters, man? It's all propagandic to bring in voters, even when they're dead. Because they think, I think we could deal with that. We kind of go in the shadows and kind of go into someone's, and go on their record and look at, and the whole thing is like really fucking nuts, you guys, And the Democrats did this in 2016 and also in 2020. And I mean, there were so many questions. Okay, so many questions on when can we do something like this again, and every 2 to 4 years. Well, because of that, I mean, you cannot go into a public record and see who voted last time. Let's go to this records and see when was the last time this person voted who's dead and what their affiliation is. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. Okay, we got here. Okay, she'll vote today. She'll vote. They'll vote today. They'll vote. And they're going through all this shit, and I mean it's kind of funny that dead people are voting. Hmm. Fuck. You know. I mean, if you want a straight up election, that's legit, stop looking up dead people and putting their names as as they voted. They can't vote. They're fucking dead. They're dead, man. You know. And and plus, it's a violation of the election laws. You know. And they have illegal immigrants voting. You know. And how many votes are illegal? How many are from dead people? How many are from illegal immigrants who aren't citizens, who aren't legally registered to vote? This is the Democrats' favorite thing. Going to dead people and getting them to vote. Getting illegal immigrants who aren't citizens, who aren't legally registered to vote. So it's a crime. It's illegal. Now, 2020, during that election, this lady, she was making money, hand over fist. And she was making money by selling ballots. And this guy, he had, 30 ballots in his car? 30? How come this guy ain't locked up? You know, I mean, right now, we're at the midterms right now. The midterms. You know. And we're about 2 months away. 2 months away. But Biden's speech, holy shit. It backfired, you know. And the whole country heard what he said. But he may have said it, but who typed it on the teleprompter? That's the question there. You know? I mean, who would do that? Who would do that shit, man? You know? So I'm sitting here and I'm hearing what he said, you know. And last night, I talked about it last night. You know, accusing the MAGA Republicans and Trump supporters as they were domestic terrorists. It's like the National School Board Association calling parents uh, terrorists because they felt threatened by angry parents. Okay, I'd be angry too if some dumb shit is trying to tell me that my kid is going to learn CRT and have the trans bullshit pushed on them, and also being forced to say Black Lives Matter while marching to lunch. Ain't gonna happen on my watch. Thank God my son grew up quick. Didn't have to deal with that shit. You know, my son's 23. Thank God. You know, and I mean, there's so many questions on why are they politicizing this indoctrination of kids. Okay, now there was a school assistant principal. He hated Catholics, old people. This guy said he would discriminate anybody who's a conservative, a Catholic, even an old person. Why would you want to do that? You're hiring based on your choice of who you want to hire. When you have a list of applicants for a teaching job or even a job in an office on campus, you're completely bypassing them based on their religion, their political reference, and their age. And I mean, I thought we passed an act where it's against the law to discriminate somebody based on their religion, their age, their orientation, and even their political reference. All that shit. It's against the law. Skin color, sexual orientation, you name it, the whole thing. A disability. And this guy got caught. He got caught. And when somebody says, leave the real journalism to journalists, okay, you find one for me, I'll find one, and they'll probably do a better job than people at CNN or MSNBC, all those assholes, or maybe even better than the New York Times, by the way. And most of these media outlets, they are hoity-toity like this with the Democratic Party. And most of them are all left-leaning. Oh, yeah. Because they're all following the script. They're all following the script here. And they've been doing it for years. See, the thing is, I'm proud of who I am. And I have no problem with and the thing is, you have to really understand that not everybody is far left. You know, I mean, not everybody is right wing. Um, I find it very insane. Very insane because when you think about it, I mean, like when you really think about it, when you mix politics and the news, all it is that the media is covering up for somebody and saying it like, oh, it's a right-wing conspiracy or it's a Russia hoax. Really? A Russia hoax. Can somebody, does anybody know the Cold War is over? And I thought our shit with Russia was over with. The fall of communism is over. You know? Um, the guy that helped end the Cold War and the Soviet Union died the other day. I mean, we're in what 2022, and they want to reignite the Cold War. But right now, I'm hearing Civil War this, Civil War that, and I was asked, do I think there's going to be a civil war in the horizon? I don't know. Can't say. Can't say. But if there's going to be a point where there is a civil war, it's going to be a civil war where shots are not fired. It's going to be a political civil war, a media civil war, an economic civil war. All that shit. But I would say more of, if there is going to be a civil war, I bet anything that Antifa is going to be involved in that too, because they become the militant wing of the Democratic Party. The communist militant wing of the Democratic Party. And there is a lot of questions that I got. I even asked a question that I know for a fact that if anybody asked a particular question and I think that you'd have to really here I'm on my phone here. Now, when you think about it, because when you have an establishment and your woman becomes stupid and have this drag ding stupid shit going on during the day, or there's kids with adults and shit, and you got a bunch of armed stupid asses around your facility, uh, intimidating counter protesters and shit with guns. Um, I have I have this insane, no. Um, I would be definitely, like, most definitely concerned. Um, oh yeah, because will there be a civil war in the horizon, and who'll be involved if there is one? Let's see. One side you got Antifa, you got BLM, those fuckers. You got patriots, militia, three percenters, veterans, uh, people who still want to hold on still hold on that value that the founders uh, brought to this country. You know, the founders, and it would be a huge. And how many people would die? Probably a few, maybe even a lot. You know, and you gotta understand. I mean, these little bastards, on this side, they would block it. They would block entire road, street, freeway, high, whatever. You know, try to get the point across. Willing to get ran over. Willing to get ran over for what? You know? What are you willing to get out of this? You know, I would say run them over. If they won't become if they want to become roadkill, well, guess what? You're roadkill. You're roadkill. There's a guy. He's on parole, and he was on his way to work when these snowflakes and woke nut jobs block the entire road. It was a 4 lane. It was either a three or 4 lane road, road, and he was like, "Hey, look, I gotta get to work. I'm on parole. If I just work, I'm going back. I'm going back." They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. And this guy was like worried because, like, dude, if you're on parole and your thing is where you have to be at work and you cannot miss work, that is a parole violation. Do you think they care? No, because they want to get this. They want to get their fake point across. Okay. Roe versus Roe versus Wade. Tough shit. Tough shit. Okay. Tough shit. That's gone. It's overturned. It's not a constitutional right. That's for damn sure. You dumbasses. Never was. What does it say in the Constitution that you can abort your fetus, you stupid bastard? Don't. Now, I don't know where Pelosi gets her jollies off. I mean, yeah, she's getting her jollies off of the passing of a gun ban, but here's the thing. The Supreme Court can strike that shit down. Yeah, they can. They can strike it down. Oh, about that. Antifa was carrying ARs, wearing bulletproof vests, right? Do you ever wonder if any of them have a permit to carry? Or any of them, I mean, if they were arrested and they have no permit, it's a gun charge. No permit, whether to carry, open carry, or conceal. They're carrying illegally. Illegally. Now, I don't know if there's, I don't know for a fact. I don't. Okay. You guys can ask me, and I will say I don't know. In the horizon, probably. No. We keep hearing it, like it's going to be planned. It's like they're talking about it like it's going to be planned, but if it is, it's planned. Nothing ever happens. Nothing ever happens. It's all planned. It's all planned. It's like a false flag. Nothing ever happens. It's all planned. It's all planned. You know. And, you know, when you think about it, why is it all planned and it doesn't happen? Because to plan to get something done like a false flag, it would take time to plan it out. You need key players to be in their position to play their role, like the media. They have a job to do. They have a key role in this, you know. And you have to really look at a much bigger picture with a broader brush, you know. And like really understand, you know. For example, the Gulf of Tonkin incident. Did that really happen? No, it's a false flag to get into a war. Like 9/11. Well, what's 9/11? It's a false flag. It happened. Who's the boogeyman? Right? Who's the boogeyman? You know. And I mean, 9/11 happened 20 years ago. You got the Freedom Tower now, the Freedom Tower, and the people that were involved in charge of that involved in that, I tell you what, it's awfully funny how we got a boogeyman. Automatically got a boogeyman, you know, like the JFK assassination. Lee Harvey Oswald was charged with killing. How do we all of a sudden know it was Lee Harvey Oswald? All of a sudden, like that, you know. I mean, all of a sudden we have a boogeyman who just finally has a name. After the president was shot, Lee Harvey Oswald was charged with killing the president. That's awfully quick. I mean, all of a sudden it's like when the towers fell. All of a sudden, we got a boogeyman. Bin Laden. Like, what the fuck? Really? Like, dude. You know. Now, for a while, like Vietnam, you know, each war would have that. Yeah, we're going to go in there and kick some ass, and take some names, and all of a sudden there's a shift in the support of the war. Change to from veritable to really not supportive of the war. Now, the troops that came home, just like Vietnam, they're called baby killers. Oh yeah. Because our troops in Vietnam did kill innocent civilians. Innocent civilians. And also committed war crimes too. See, our military ain't perfect. There's a lot of flaws in individual person in each branch. Not perfect. When you're doing the military, you basically are volunteering to follow a script that you don't even know. It's all what you're told. You know. But troops come home. Wow, this is this is gonna be tough, man. Going from civilian life to the military, then from military to civilian life. Holy crap. You know, like holy shit, dude, you know. God damn. You know, I mean, every war is a rich man's war. I wouldn't want to fight a rich man's war. Why? Because I would rather shoot the rich man instead of the enemy. Make their fucking kids put on the uniform, carry the weapon, and go overseas and shoot somebody. Their parents I want them to shoot. No, rephrase that. Make the rich man's kids go over there, put on the uniform, carry the M4A1, and shoot the people that they want us to do for a change, you know? Fuck them. Because not every civilian is a combatant, man. they're civilians like we're civilians in the United States. Every citizen that's innocent is a casualty. What's also a casualty is the truth. The truth is the first casualty of war. Media, they black it out. They're replaying the script of Operation Mockingbird, right? So when you think about it, when you think about it, every neocon, every rhino, every liberal, every progressive wants to make money off the wars of our dead soldiers. They want your kids to be military age, to go through basic training for 6 months, and go over there and fight a war that they had no business in. Why? Because the rich man wants to get paid. The corporation wants to get paid off your family's dead body. Simple as that. And it's awfully insane because when you think about it, who was for the war in Iraq? Iraq didn't attack us. But why did Bush all of a sudden? Oh, because it's a script. He wanted to go in there and destabilize Iraq for what they did to his father. Saddam tried to kill his dad, so he went in there. Hey, you tried to kill my father. I'm gonna kill your sons and leave you last. If they would stay out of Iraq, because Iraq didn't attack us, for one thing, did not even do it. But Iraq was a place where if you were a terrorist and you set foot in Iraq, you wouldn't last not even a day or a week, because you'd be dead like that. That's why they took out Saddam. Iraq was stabilized. Once Saddam was dead, Iraq was destabilized. Our own government has history of destabilizing certain nations. Let's destabilize this place over here. Let's destabilize this place over here. Example, Panama. 1991. Right? The year that Manuel Noriega was caught. 7,500 people on the poor side of Panama died. Even local and foreign journalists were also dead, killed off and dead. Our own military was committing a war crime. Oh yeah. Our own military in that year killed nearly 8,000 people. Men, women, children, even the elderly. Even the elderly were safe. And they would shoot even the local journalists. Even journalists that came into Panama to do a story. Pow! Poof! Dead journalist. To them, a good journalist is a dead journalist. Why? Because they did not want anything to get out. Okay, so this was over 30 years ago. Lucky enough, there's one journalist that went in there. The people protected her. They told her their story. You wanna know what happened? You wanna know what happened? After they told her story, told her their story. After she left, 8 people were just gunned down. Even doctors and nurses were also killed. But how come we can't do it on the rich side of Panama? Oh, we can't do that because they're our friends. They're the ones with the money and the hoity-toity lifestyle. Let's kill off the poor people of Panama instead. Right? How ironic. Right? How ironic. Now in the Middle East, holy crap. He had people who were working as cab drivers. You know, they're cab drivers, and were taken away by our military because they look like a enemy combatant. Really, someone who's a cab driver trying to make a living to support his family, his kids, and you're going to take him to Abu Ghraib to torture the guy? He's innocent. They're innocent people. We have a higher problem violating human rights, even worse than other countries. You know, we even violated the rights of our own citizens. How we know this? Go ask law enforcement. They do it all the damn time. We have a human rights council. Human rights, man. You know, I mean, each convention. There were 3 or 4 conventions, from the one in Geneva down to the current one we got now. I mean, who in the hell? I mean, you ask. Okay, look, for example, if you're driving on the road, right? You're following the rules of the road. Make sure you use your blinkers, your lights, and whatnot, because you got a working car. You're wearing your seatbelt. You're not speeding. You know, car's in good condition, good taillights, good headlights. You know, got good brakes and whatnot. And you're following every rule of the road, on the road, right? And you get stopped. You get stopped, right? You get stopped, not knowing why you got pulled over, right? Don't know why, and you ask the question, like, not asking, but kind of wondering, what's the reason for the stop, you know? But the officer would stop you because they have a quota to fill. And there's a video on ATA, Audit the Audit, and there was a footage of this young black kid, 18 years old, driving his mom's car, and he was stopped for a wide turn at the fraction. Wide turn, just it's a fraction, Nothing worth. I mean, it's not a reason to search the kid's mom's car without consent, which there was none, And so the cop that pulled him over just opened up his door, and the kid was talking to his mom, and this is where these officers start to really fuck up. Okay? They're fucking up. And by telling the kid that we're going to search your car, but there's no reason to. There's no probable cause there, So this is a violation of a human right here, When you look at the constitutional right and civil rights, it's human rights too, And so when you think about it, when you really pay attention, to the stop, the kid was pulled over due to a wide turn. It's a fraction. Nothing major, But how to go from a fraction where the kid did a wide turn by mistake to getting put in handcuffs and the kid didn't do anything wrong. 18 years old, And he's telling his mom, they're pulling me out of the car. Mom, they're pulling me out of the car. And his mom totally owns these cops, These cops, like, dude, you're fucking up, And when an officer has a badge, it changes the personality of most officers, The ones who stop you for no random reason, who wants to see your ID without probable cause, who wants you to roll down your window a little bit more so they could put their fucking fat nose in saying, I smell marijuana. Well, smelling it, I mean, the fucker can smell a box of donuts and still think in his head, it may be donuts, but I'm gonna say I smell marijuana. Why? You can have the cleanest car ever, and you can have the pine tree on your rearview mirror smell like pine, the scent. Smell like marijuana. No, asshole, it's a fucking pine tree here, you dumb fuck, And or for example, it could be a married couple who owns a '62 Chevy Impala, the classic. The plates is a rear plate, but legit, because the car is all original, candy apple red. The car looks beautiful car, okay, and they pass information down to the dispatch, but somewhere There's no double check or triple check of the VIN number or whatnot, and or the plate number. So the husband gets arrested for stealing a car. The guy's in tears. His wife's worried about him. And this is how bad police officers get. No double checking, especially a warrant, a search warrant. They go to the wrong house. They bust it open, pointing guns at kids, killing the family pet, that shit, And the family doesn't know why they're there. It doesn't take not even 2 seconds to realize, dude, we're in the wrong house. It waits after a few minutes, then they realize, bro, I think we're in the wrong house. And they laugh about it. Right? They laugh about it. There's no double checking on the address. Right? Huh. Jim, I think we're at the wrong address. For example, a ring cam exposes 2 officers and a dumbass locksmith. They went to the wrong house to evict somebody. Well, they went to a home where the lady owns her house. They had this locksmith take a drill to her fucking door. And so one officer that actually put on his smart thinking cap and realized, dude, we fucked up. Oh yeah, they fucked up. They fucked up. Oh yeah. Big time, If you put on that badge, do it with common sense, but don't let your ego overflate your brain here, Have some fucking common sense, man. Because if you put on the uniform, the badge, everything, minus the common sense, understand this. Not every officer is competent. Most of them are incompetent. And those are the ones you gotta watch out for. They're good cops, but there's a few that join the force to violate your rights because they have qualified immunity. Now, here's my question. What if out of the blue, qualified immunity goes away? Oh yeah, it goes away. And the paid leave never happens. Fuck their paid leave. Take away their paid leave. Take away the qualified immunity. If they fuck up, sue the motherfuckers. Because even if you work for government, you still have to be accountable for your dumbass. For your dumbass, Like Joe Biden, that old dumb fuck. Oh, hey, how you doing, Casper? This is the dumb shit that tried to shit the hand of Casper the dumbass ghost. Come on, man, Casper. mean, dude, man. I think that there are good people out there, and they don't deserve the shit that they get when they come across law enforcement. You know, the other day, I was at the corner, and I was talking to an officer. I was filming, and I was about a block away, and I could see lights. In my head, I'm thinking like, there's got to be at least 2, 3 cars down there. There's one by the street here, by the street, and it's like 2 more down that way. And I asked the officer, "Can I film?" He goes, "You can film, dude. You can film. You know, it's your right to film." And he was a cool dude. He was a cool dude. A cool dude. And doing his job, just doing his job. I mean, it proves that not every officer is a bad apple. There's actually some good cops out there that do their job, and whether you hit them or not, they're still human beings. Yeah, they falter because not every one of them knows their right, knows the law. They just go by what they go by what they can make up, and but what bugged me is this blame the white folk. Blame the white folk. Really? Didn't the Civil War just end like over 100 years, like 157 years ago? I mean, Lincoln was shot. He's dead. John Wilkes Booth, failed actor, running for the hill because he shot Lincoln in the head. I mean, the Civil War ended, man. All that shit, man. Like, dude. And then 57 years ago, the Civil Rights Movement. What passed? The Civil Rights Act. A violation of someone's rights is a 10-year sentence. 10 years. 10 years. I'm glad they brought that back. 10 years. Oh, yeah. But how about we get these pedophiles off the streets and behind bars for life? No parole. Life. Life means life. It means in there until you're dead, Now, the one thing that does bug me, look, I love pot. Okay, I do. I love pot. But for a non-violent crime, you're sentenced to 30 years for one joint. Right? Non-violent crime, it's your personal use, and all of a sudden you get 30 years. A non-violent crime. Holy shit. And, I mean, certain crimes do fit a certain sentence, but when you are smoking pot in your home or in your backyard, you're in your own home. You're in your own yard. You're smoking pot to kind of just chill, man. It's your conscious right to, hey, look, I'm smoking this. This is mine. This is my personal use. It ain't for sale. Big time. No bullshit. Now, if you're a hacker and you commit a crime like fraud, you're doing the Bernie, what I'll call the Bernie Madoff sentence. If you're a fool, if you fall to the dark side, come to the dark side. It's better here. Hack for us. Make us rich. It's a joke, folks. If you commit a crime of fraud as a hacker, you're doing what I like to call the Bernie Madoff sentence. Okay? Before he died, Bernie Madoff was sentenced to 125 years in prison. Federal prison, you know. But if you're a gray hat or a white hat hacker, and you do, because gray hat hackers is kind of like the what the fuck? Dude. I mean, you have your white hat, gray hat, and black hat hackers. Gray hats are in between, kind of like a gray Jedi, but in a good way. Now, if you commit a crime like murder, rape, like major shit, like major violent shit, you're looking at years. Like years. Now, if you are a pedophile or a rapist of women and children, once you're sentenced, you're in there for good. Big time. Ask Ted Bundy. Now, look, people in history has done the stupid shit. Stupid shit. You know? Why they do it? Beyond me, man. Beyond me. Don't know. But certain crimes that people do, some can be light. They get a lenient sentence. Like, here's something dumb. A Stanford student, a swimmer, matter of fact. There's a young lady out cold, lying behind a garbage can. He rapes her. He gets a lenient sentence because his dad wrote a letter to the judge. The kid walks off like nothing ever happened. This kid will need to watch his ass and look over his shoulder for the rest of his life, because now they know who he is. You know? Pretty much. Alright, folks, this is good old Grimlock. And this has been the Anonymous Republic Network. If you're new to this channel, please leave a like, subscribe, comment below, and hit the bell for notification. Always live healthy, happy, wise. I love you guys, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out. Godspeed.